Among the lush gardens of the Sarai al-Qubba district in Cairo stands a great palace that looks like those of fairy tales. Its great walls and gates extend over the vast area. Al-Kaba Palace. Khedive Ismael built Al-Kaba Palace on the ruins of his father Ibrahim Pasha's palace to be the Palace of Dreams. He gathered the most famous architects from Egypt and the world, who spent 6 years constructing it. It was finally opened with the legendary wedding of his son and crown prince Mohamed Tawfik. Ever since that day, the palace was the place where the royal family held their legendary wedding parties. The overall area of Al-Kaba Palace is 200 acres. The palace's premises and inner gardens take up 80 acres. And the outer garden takes up the remaining 120. Thus the palace becomes an architectural and natural masterpiece, surrounded by majestic walls. The palace consists of 2 large floors, overwhelmed by symmetry, which transmits a joyful sight for the eye. The palace has 2 identical doors, one on each side, bearing the coat of arms of King Farouk I, topped by the coat of arms of Kingdom of Egypt. Between these 2 doors extends the main lobby, where each corner perfectly mirrors the one on the opposite side. Mirrors, paintings, vases, antiques, and pieces of furniture on both sides of the entrance. There are 2 Belgian mirrors. The entire ceiling is embellished with marvelous Renaissance-era ornaments, and from it hang 3 French bronze chandeliers. At the center of the lobby, there is a gilded wooden table on which there is a silver goblet bearing the coat of arms of the Ottoman Empire. The door on the left leads to the royal study. This is the place where King Farouk I delivered his first radio speech to the Egyptian people. The ceiling of the study room is gilded with bronze art piece with amazing bronze and crystal chandeliers. Singular paintings adorn the walls. One of the most important ones is the painting on which the full text of the Quran that was a gift to King Fuad I. Opposite the study is King Farouk I's personal library, which includes rare books. From the king's study, we enter the sitting room, attached to the conference hall. Here, we can see a rare collection of antiques, sculptures, and paintings by the most famous painters at the time. Everything that meets the eye here is pleasant. The sitting room's door opens into a protocol corridor, a short corridor that connects the king's study and the meeting hall. Back again at the main lobby, to the right of the palace's main gate, we enter the minister's sitting room. It was made to receive the ministers and senior government officials. The walls are decorated with captivating oil paintings. This is a bronze statue of a Greek girl, inscribing some words on the basalt wall. We now move on to another sitting room. Attached to this one, the walls are painted with the Kingdom of Egypt's coat of arms. And at the center of which is one of the walls, there is a unique French clock. We take a few steps to enter the king's sitting room. This is the main sitting room in the palace and is dedicated to the reception of kings and presidents. This is a wonderful French sofa, furnished with Gobelin tapestry. And on its left, there is a cabinet with a cheerful and luxurious design. It contains priceless pieces of Bohemian glassware. The room also contains a 20th century furniture set bearing the insignia of the Ottoman Sultan. Above the center of the room hangs an antique French chandelier made during the reign of Khedive Ismael. We leave the king's sitting room and pass through a small lobby, at the center of which there is a table surrounded from two sides by two Belgian mirrors and two vases, one bearing the face of a man and the other the face of a woman with Roman features. We cross that small lobby to enter the main dining room, passing along a corridor with gypsum painting on both sides. Here is a glass canvas with a protruding image of John of Austria. We are now in the main dining hall, where the embellishments and colors point out the unison between architectural and artistic brilliance. The ceiling is adorned with unique flourishes in the contemporary style of the era and a wonderful Islamic-style porcelain chandelier. One corner of the hall is occupied by Gobelin sofas decorated with floral patterns. We return to the main lobby and take a few steps up to reach the stairs lobby, where we can see the piano corner. This antique piano is a priceless piece of art. It is garnished on the marquetry style, covered with tortoise shells and shells made of silver and brass. On top of the piano, there are several pieces, a moving oil painting depicting a blacksmith striking with his hammer, figures of chicken picking grain, and a fountain shaped like angels carrying lamps shaped like torches. From the piano corner, we take a few steps up the staircase, which is made of white Italian marble, to reach the upper lobby. The walls alongside the staircase are adorned by dazzling Persian oil paintings. We are now at the doorstep of the upper lobby, which almost feels like a shrine of art and beauty. Breathtaking symmetry shines from every element and detail here. Artistic and architectural harmony can be seen in the ceiling, which combines the Baroque and Rococo art styles in the three chandeliers of bronze and baccarat crystal, and in the two opposite Belgian mirrors in the glass cabinet that contains rare photos of King Farouk I, princesses of the royal family, and some of the presidents and leaders who visited Egypt. The lobby also includes some rare pieces, including this exquisitely shaped music box, which was made during the reign of King Fuad I. The entrance of the Front Terrace, which overlooks the palace's capacious gardens, is in the far right corner. This is the terrace where King Farouk I greeted the Egyptian people for the first time after his return from England. We return from the front terrace to the lobby and cross a suspension marble bridge which connects the upper lobby to the private wing, the royal wing. The entryway of the wing is a corridor with doors on both sides, leading to several other wings dedicated to the escorts of VIP guests. These wings have different color schemes and decors. The corridor accommodates exquisite antiques, most notably a Greek bronze bust, a 16th century Persian carpet from the Qajar era, an elephant-shaped wooden table, and antique Bohemian glassware. We are now entering the royal wing. At the center of the royal wing, there is a fascinating sitting room, a cabinet that fits in one of the walls, namely a set of mirrors with gold frames, a watch with a diamond frame, hollow silver plates, and antique Bohemian glassware. The wall is decorated by 2 paintings of natural scenery in Turkey. There is also a French-style marble fireplace bearing the coat of arms of the Kingdom of Egypt. We are in the King's Wing and the master bedroom with its vibrant and lively colors, paintings, and furniture. It includes pieces of furniture from the 20th century and from the 19th century Empire style. On both sides of the bed, there are 2 candelabra shaped like spears. There is another room attached to the King's Room, in which there are paintings depicting life in medieval Europe. A cabinet contains photos of some queens, princes, leaders, and prominent figures from around the world that was given as a gift to King Farouk. The Queen's Wing. The colors of the Queen's Wing are the first element that captures one's eyes and heart. Those delicate, feminine, and magnificent colors that are in harmony with all the furnishings, regal curtains, and breathtaking paintings. The palace was the residence of the Shah of Iran. When he came to Egypt after the Iranian Revolution ousted him, he stayed there until he died and was buried in the cemetery of the royal family. The palace has received great care by consecutive Egyptian governments. Al-Qubba Palace will remain as great as Egypt's history, one of its wonders, and a witness to its pioneering status. Al-Qubba Palace is the wonder of all times.